Reigning Italian champions Juventus are not playing with the same swagger that made them such a juggernaut in Italy. Having won the last 9 Serie A titles, they're third at the moment, 10 points adrift of leaders Inter Milan. And it's getting harder and harder to believe Andrea Pirlo's claims of continuing to fight.
We must continue working in order to win matches, because we can do it. Our objectives remain the same, and we want to achieve them.
Well, Pirlo, your main objective, to win the Champions League, is now unachievable, having crashed out at the hands of Porto, making it 25 years and counting since Juve were last crowned champions of Europe. Not all is lost, though, with the Coppa Italia final against Atalanta on the 19th of May. But victory at the San Siro would prove poor consolation, considering their hopes at the start of the season. With it becoming increasingly clear that to achieve what they want to achieve, Juventus have to tick off one mighty to-do list. Top of the list for Juventus is to resolve the Ronaldo situation. The signing of Cristiano Ronaldo was supposed to be the final piece of the puzzle. He did lead the team to back-to-back Serie A titles. However, CR7 wasn't brought to Turin just so that Juventus could keep winning the Scudetto every year. While he did have a rather forgettable outing against Porto, pinning the entire blame on Ronaldo is not very fair. You cannot expect a player in the twilight of his career to perform miracles week in, week out, even if he is Ronaldo. And though his goal output is the best in the Italian top flight, with 23 in 24 appearances, it needs to be that high because of how lacking Juve are defensively with him in the team. They just don't press as hard with him up top. So for the good of the team, it's time to think about the future. Especially with his wages burning a hole big enough that could cover more than one young and exciting prospect. Similarly, Juventus need to sort out Paulo Dybala's future. The Argentine was integral to Juventus under Max Allegri, and even Maurizio Sarri, regardless of how disastrous that experiment was. But Andrea Pirlo changed things drastically. Injury has curtailed the 27-year-old season, but even when fit, Pirlo uses Dybala sparingly. In the midst of it all, Dybala's contract is yet to be sorted, and there's little to suggest he's even interested in an extension. The dynamic forward can become instrumental to Juve's aspirations, and it wouldn't hurt the club's management to build around Dybala and Federico Chiesa, who is looking more and more like a world-beater. The likes of Manchester United, Chelsea, and Tottenham are reportedly monitoring Dybala's situation. So at the very least, there is a chance that Juve could cash in. One thing Juve must do is reduce the average squad age. Juventus are already in a period of transition, but haven't really accepted it. 9 members of the squad are over 30, all of whom are valuable members of the starting 11. Both Giorgio Chiellini and Leonardo Bonucci, at 36 and 33 respectively, are at the end of their careers. Matthias de Ligt and Merih Demiral are seen as the future centre-back pairing. But Juve need to inject a couple more young centre-backs who can provide competition to de Ligt and Demiral. Likewise at fullback, Alex Sandro is 33 and running out of legs. So too Juan Cuadrado, who as a natural winger was always just a stopgap. 21-year-old Gianluca Frabrotta was handed his debut earlier this season. But if Juve are to make a signing, Atalanta's Robin Gosens, who has been linked with a move, has the attacking attributes that would add another dimension to Juve's build-up play. In the midfield, at the very least, Aaron Ramsey needs cutting loose. Arthur, Adrien Rabiot and Weston McKennie are Pirlo's preferred options. And with Ramsey's contract making him the highest-paid British player ever, getting rid of the Welshman is a must, even if it's on a free. The most vital piece of recruitment is to find the right striker. Alvaro Morata was never a 30-goal-a-season striker and hasn't done enough to warrant the 45 million euros to make his loan move from Chelsea permanent. Like every other club out there, Juve will want to sign either Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe. But with their cash flow problem, perhaps it's another stopgap. And perhaps it's Sergio Aguero who's available on a free. Perhaps just as important, though, is to sign a better goalkeeper. It's all well and good to sign Wojciech Szczesny as Gianluigi Buffon's backup, as the old lady did back in 2017. But when they didn't sign a successor after Buffon retired, Juve left themselves with an Arsenal reject in goal. Szczesny's era let in Porto's winning goal, and it's hardly his first blunder. Gigi Donnarumma from Milan or David De Gea from Manchester United. Those are two keepers worthy of the deluxe talent Juve wants ahead of their number one, and could even be available, with Donnarumma's contract expiring in June and De Gea waning under the pressure of Dean Henderson. And the final item on Juve's to-do list, one for manager Pirlo, or whoever Juve could find to succeed him, is to deliver a more expansive brand of football. Pirlo may have played with sophistication and grace, but beneath that, he was deeply pragmatic in his approach. So it's been no surprise to see as a manager, he's no different. But with the likes of Chiesa, Dejan Kulusevski, Ronaldo and Dybala at his disposal, a more attacking approach would likely have produced better results. Reducing the squad age may allow him to do that. Getting rid of Ronaldo may allow him to do that. But even if the to-do list is completed, it's yet to be seen whether Pirlo is capable of coaching that. One thing is for sure, however. If Juventus are to realise their hopes and dreams of conquering Europe, with such a lengthy to-do list, they're a long way off.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.